Let's talk about index and match function. Now, in this example, I need to display the salary value given on this cell C12. The coordinates is the value of department and the value of month. However, what we want to happen, end user must encode manually the data for department, for example, admin, and for the month, let's say March. Question is, how can we automate the salary value based on the data encoded in cell C10 and cell C11? In that case, let me use index and match function. First, let me implement some name manager. Let me highlight cell A3 to A6. Let's name this as DEPT, short for department. Next, let me name January to December. That's B2 to M2. The name is MON. And lastly, let me highlight B3 to M6. B3 to M6, this is the SAL, short for department salary. Now, after naming, we can start with the index and match function. All right. In the cell C12, let me type in equal index, open parentheses. So index has three syntax. RA means the D cell or department salary. Then comma for the row number, if we want the value to be based on the department data, that is match function, open parenthesis, lookup value is admin, which is cell C10, comma, lookup RE means DEPT, and then comma, 0 for exact match. The main purpose of that match function is to find the coordinates of that admin data in cell C10 on the DEPT name manager. Alright, next, the last syntax for index, we need to have another match on the side of the column. So let me type match, open parenthesis, the lookup value is cell C11, which is March, comma, MON for the list of the month, and comma, 0 for exact match. Let me add two closed parentheses. The first closed is for the match function. The second closed parenthesis is for the index function. Now we have three major parts on this formula. The first part is the department salary. All right, that's RE. The second part is the match function for row. And the third part is the match function for the column. All right. So since we are inside the indexed function, what we are expecting for the output is the cell value. So what is the cell value if the department is admin and if the month is March? Let me press enter. That's the exact salary value. Let me check that in the table. Admin March contains 40,002. This formula is dynamic. If I change this now to sales, for example, and type, let's say, November, you can look at the table, sales November, that is exactly 12,196. And that's what index and match can do. It can look up in column and row in the same equation. Now, let me give you one more set of example. Now, for this next worksheet, we have here three tables. The first table is for 2015 department salary. The second table is for 2016, and the third table is for 2017. Now, my objective is the same. However, as you can see in this table, we have three table references. The first one is the department, second one is the month, third one is the year, and our objective is to find the salary value. Say for example, for the department, I need to type admin for the month March and for the year 2017. So what's the salary value from department admin month March year 2017? Again, before you start doing index and match, make sure that name manager is already available. In this example, let me provide first all the name managers. Name managers can help us to simplify the formula. Now, to start with, let me highlight first the data set. B3 to M6. Let me name this as YR underscore 2015. Next table, that is B11 to M14. This is YR underscore 2016. Third table, let's highlight it. B19 to M22. This is YR 2017. So we have three tables here, YR 2015, 2016, and 2017. You'll notice I added some underscore because we cannot use the space character, and we cannot also use YR 2015. Right? YR 2015 is a cell name, right? It's existing already in this worksheet. Now, next we need to name the row and column references. So for the row reference, that's admin to sales. Let me name this as DP, short for department. And let me highlight January to December, MN, short for the month. All right, since we're looking at the same reference for department, I just need to name the first department set on this table. Same thing with the column. I don't need to name the column for each year since we're talking about January to December, similar to this second and third table. Okay, the last thing that we need to add is for the year reference. For the year reference, on any blank cell down below, when you type, let's say, year 2015, 2016, and 2017. Let us highlight this area, 2015, 16, 17. All right, and let's name this as YR. Right? Now, if I need to calculate for the salary value based on those coordinates, let's start with the formula. On this cell, C28, let me type here equal index, open parenthesis. You will notice that index and match contains two different syntax, or actually indexed only, contains two different syntax. The first example we have on the previous table, we used the first syntax, indexed, RE, row number, column number. How about if we need the second syntax? If we need to refer to reference, row number, column number, and area number, we need to type here index, open parenthesis, another open parenthesis, and plot the three table names. That is YR 2015, YR 2016, and YR 2017. Close parenthesis. Reference means multiple arrays. Alright, and the second syntax of index can accept multiple tables. We can do more than 3 actually. We can add more than 20. Depends on the availability of your dataset. Comma, Alt Enter for the next line. Now, let's talk about the row number, column number, and area number for us to find the exact match or the cell that we want to look up. So to start with, the first match here is for the row match. Lookup value is the admin. C25, DP for the lookup array, 0 for exact match. Next, the second match is for the value of C26, comma, MN for the month, 0, close parenthesis. Alt enter. In order to do next line, you can always use alt enter for that. The last item is match. All right, year 2017, C27, comma, that's YR, and comma, 0, two close parentheses. So this is the formula that we need to look up the data based on the department, month, and year, and looking up at three different tables. So press enter. The exact match is 18,385. We check for admin, March 2017, the value is 18,385. You can also check the other months in other table. For example, let's say training for the month of April, year 2015. So if you need to look up training April 2015, let me check that 7838. This one, 7838. This is the 2015 table. Now, going back to this example, we zoom in. Let's check this one. Double click on the formula. All right. So the formula here is index, and we have three match. The first match is for the row, second match is for the column, and the third match is for the year. Now, question is, how index and match identifies the table that it needs to look up. All right. Take note for the third match, it defines the table index. So, for example, if the value here is 2015, the return value of this match is number 1 because that's the first data on the row. All right. And number 1 is the first table in the reference that we have. So whatever the result of the third match, that's the table index in this formula. All right, if you type 2016, the third match will display number 2. It will look up the second table, which is 2016. If you type 2017, this match will return number 3, and that will look up the third table on this index and match. You can add more than 3 tables, all right, if needed. And much better if you use knee manager prior you start with the formula. Okay, so that's it for your index and match function.